Welcome everybody to this month's mug. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Amy and I'm part of the customer success team. So today myself and my colleague Keen will be showcasing you some of the features that are on the latest features that we think are pretty cool on Monday.com. So first and foremost, I'm going to run through some of the housekeeping. So the demo will take approximately 30 minutes. We'll try and keep it under that. It is an open discussion, so feel free to pop any questions that you have within our Q&A chat, and then we can go through the questions at the end. A recording of the call will be sent to everybody that's within the call tomorrow, and also there'll be a survey sent so you can let us know how good that we were, and also it'll give you a chance then to add any requests of any features that you have that you'd like to be discussed in the next mug. Cool. So on our agenda today, I'm going to cover Work Canvas. Keen is going to cover the new AI features and the Monday CRM sequences. And then the latest, it's going to come back to me for the latest feature releases, and then we can go through the Q&A. Cool. So just 1 second now, and I will just switch my screen.
Questions coming in already. I'll get to that question soon enough when I'm kind of giving my demo, but that's great.
All the AI questions, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Perfect. So can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, can do.
Excellent. Okay, so Work Canvas. So Work Canvas is basically a collaborative whiteboard. It's where teams can visually brainstorm and map out anything that they'd like. And it's just a way for you to be able to harness the power of Monday.com with a two-way sync in between your boards and in your canvas. You can sketch workflows and then you'll have that real-time collaboration as well. So what I'll do is I'll just go through the screen of the opening page of your canvas. So Work Canvas. So in here you've got your different workspaces for Canvas. So we have the CRM team, and then if you're added to many different ones, you can flip through them here. You've got your team's canvases that you're working on here, and then you've got your template library. You can add different projects then, starting from scratch, creating projects from scratch as well. And then down here is just where all my teammates are. And then over on the top right hand side, this is where you'll be able to switch through the different products that are within Monday on your account. And then, of course, this is where you're going to be able to invite people to your workspace. So using your canvas, you have two options. When you start to create your own canvas, you've got two options. So you can start from scratch and you can create your canvas from there. Or what I like to do is use one of the many templates that are already in the library. So from here as well, if I just click in here, you can see you've got so many that you are able to use. You've got from brainstorming, you've got your HR solutions, like onboarding flowcharts. Then you've also got you've got your brainstorming, your team building, you've got your icebreaker and games, which I think is pretty cool. And then importantly as well, you've got your project managing, so it covers everything that is project managing as well. So what I'm going to do is use one of the ones that sorry, my voice is kind of going already. What I'm going to do is use one of the canvases that we like to use, which is the brainstorming one. And I'm just going to give you a high level overview of how you'd like to use that. So this is something that we like to collaborate sometimes with the marketing team. It's just really easy to there's some really cool and easy features that help kind of maintain the vision that we have as a company all within the one space. So I'm going to go through what each of these little features are for. So we've got our selector tool. So this is our navigation bar here to the left. And some of these are, I'll go through from the top to the bottom. You've got your select button. So this allows you to select any part of the canvas and then you can move it from there or else you can delete. You've also got your mover here. So as you can see, it moves all around. And this here is where you'd be adding your templates. So even though you've started with the brainstorm, you can add different templates from here also. So if I just go into, say, brainstorming, and I'm going to choose, maybe you can choose a mood board, which is pretty cool. There's so many different ones that you have to select. What I'll do is I'll use the spaghetti diagram or workflow, pop it into the chart here, and then you can spread it out, you can move it around. And then, yeah, so you can add in as many different templates as you like. Popping in this one here as well. And then just making that bit bigger. And then again, you can just move your chart around so that everything fits in also. You've got your sticky notes, also you've got your text, your sticky notes. There's loads of different options that you have. You can use your pen. And what's really cool is that you can actually select a task for each of your teammates. So if I wanted to select a task here, actually make that a bit bigger. You can type in what the task is, the title, and then you can actually tag your colleagues as well. And then you can change the different colors that you want in that as well, which is pretty cool. And you can also leave a comment, which is really good. So I can, oh, sorry, I'll just add in that comment again. So I can comment on, say, and tag in one of my teammates, like Cian, cool idea. And then leave that there for him. Or if you're not leaving any notes, and then we can, if it's something that he has to work on as well, we can then mark that as resolved. So yeah, it just makes it bigger, a lot of allows for a lot of more collaboration. You can also add in some images, as you can see here. I've added in my niece and my lovely dog. And then we have the framework. So I'll show you now. You also zoom in and out, so it gives you this whole extra space for you to be able to kind of play with. But with the framework, I'm just going to show you here. I'm going to click around some of the frames, and then we'll be able to see what it is. I'll be able to show you in a moment what they do. And you can also change the sizes of them as well. And then what's really cool, which you can do, I'm just going to zoom in here, is that you can actually integrate, as I said at the start, you can integrate your boards with your canvases. So any board that you have, any item actually specific from your board. And then this is to be able to create a two-way sync in between the canvas and the board. So if I say click on, you can select here, I'm going to select on Martin's portfolio. And then you've got different projects here that Martin was working on. And then, so if I select two of these, or say two or three of these, and I want to add these items to the canvas, you can see they're added here, and I can make them larger. And then from that as well, you can actually work from, as I said, you can sync and work on any item that's within this board, and work from it as a group as well and collaborate on that. So that's some of the cool things that we can do there. And then what's really cool down here, down this section, is that you can start a video chat. So the video chat is really to help have better brainstorming sessions. And then you've got a timer here, so this will be able to keep things on track. And then you've got a really cool voting tool. So this is be able to help with decision making, I think. And then you can export it, of course, and then you can present. So when I'm presenting, I'm just going to move that in there. So when I'm presenting, this is actually taken from the frames that I used. So I clicked on the different frames that were in the canvas, and then I'm able to present that then to the executive teams to show them what ideas that we've been working on. So that's really cool as well. Yeah, so just different things that we can show and demonstrate to other teams, or we can also then share as well up here. So the cool thing about this is that I can share the canvas that I'm after creating, but I can also choose these people if they want to be an editor, or if they just want to be a viewer of that particular canvas. So that there is basically just a high level overview of Work Canvas. Was there any questions on that we had, or queries? So Diana, you've got a question?
Yes, can you quickly tell us the action buttons at the bottom? So you showed us present. What are the other buttons?
This here, so you've got your video chat. So
Oh,
this here is
okay.
be able
Chat.
to brainstorm sessions. So you can actually video chat with anybody that you've
Okay.
added to the board. So everybody can just
Mhm.
brainstorm within on that live chat. And then you've got your timer here. So the timer enables you to have keep things on track. So you can actually click on the timer, set it to 5 minutes on each section.
Nice.
And then you've
Mhm.
also got your voting tool as well. So that's to enable things, to enable people to be able to make
Perfect.
decisions better and quicker. Because I know for me, it's harder for me to make decisions. And then you've got your export as well, so you can
Good,
export the
good.
entire canvas.
Mhm.
And then the present as well. So your present, as I said,
Yeah,
that's on the
good
different
stuff.
frames.
Gives an idea.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
yeah, no problem at all. Was there any other questions that anybody else had? I can go into more detail if anybody wants to go into it on a private session as well. Um, but yeah, so that there is Word Canvas. It is pretty cool once you get into it. It's pretty cool to be able to collaborate with all the different teams.
Sorry, Amy. I see a
Mhm.
question here in the Q&A box. Is there a way to upload or import a similar board from a different platform?
Yes, so we can actually import. I'm just trying to think now at the moment. Trying to
From a
think why that would.
it would from a different platform, like as in something that's not Monday.com, I presume, Eve, right?
Hi, yes. Yeah, from a different platform, like altogether.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, it kind of only kind of directly integrates with Monday, but I'll kind of send you out a bit more information on that afterwards. But I think it's really kind of only Monday that it directly integrates with. But I'll see if there's other ways you can import the
Yeah,
information. But I think I might have to jump in because I have so much to cover on the AI. So I'm
yeah,
going to jump in now, cover the AI, and Eve, I'm going to get back to you on email, and kind of we can kind of discuss it further. But right now, I think it's really only Monday that it integrates directly with.
Okay.
yeah. We'll
no
check
worries.
in. Yeah, we'll look into it for you. So, Keen, I will hand it over to yourself.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Amy. Thanks so much. So let me share the screen. I'm going to dive right in. Now Teams has been a bit weird with the screen sharing. Can you guys see that?
We can see it. Yeah.
Okay, brilliant, brilliant. So Monday has some really exciting new AI features, and I'm going to go through these with a demo on a few different boards that I have. So the first one, and one that I think is really cool, is the Extract AI feature. So in my example, I have a board here where I'm managing job applications, right? And instead of crawling through multiple CVs, I can extract the key information that I want to help you make quicker, more informed decisions on who I want to hire, for example. So the first thing you will want to do to make this work for you is create text columns where you want the extracted information to populate. So if I'm dealing with CVs, at a glance, I kind of want to see their email, their home address, and relevant skills. So I just made 2 text columns and an email column, right? So I'm going to show you first of all how it works, and then I will just show you like the automation you may need to set up to get it working. Okay. So let me fill in some info here. Now, the information I have comes in through a form. It doesn't have to come in through a form. You can make the Extract AI work in any way you want, but I'm using a form for this example. Let me fill in my name. I'll upload my CV. This is my actual CV. So we'll put this in here and you can see that's uploaded. So, we can submit it here. And what's going to happen is it creates the item. And if everything works well, we can see that it's automatically populated email. It's read my CV, automatically put in my address. I am doxing myself here. If you want to come over for a cup of coffee, you know where to find me. And we can see my relevant skills too, which is absolutely amazing. So you can see the skills that I have all in one go. So everything just comes in there automatically, which is going to save you so much time instead of like traipsing through CVs. And some people's CVs, from what I've seen, are not great, to be fair. There's like pages and pages. So it could come in really handy. So I'm going to show you, for example, if you want to get maybe more information that you hadn't thought of that you set up previously and how to use AI to extract that information from your CV. So I'm going to create just another text column. And let's say I wanted from my CV to find out what my interests were. So I'll just name it interests. And we're going to click on the ellipsis, and then we'll click the option autofill with AI. Now here it's going to give you all the new AI features that you have. So with the new improvements to Monday, you can detect the sentiment, improve text, summarize, translate even. But I'm just going to use the extract info option. It's just going to ask you to choose the info source. This will be the column. So I'm just going to use the files column that I've renamed CV. And it'll ask you to choose what information you want to extract. So there's a lot of pre-made options here, but obviously the option I want is not here. So I'm going to use the custom info block to tell AI what I want to find from my CV. So let me just say the person's interests. Now keep in mind, this could be used in like, if you're trying to extract maybe like, I don't know, invoice numbers or anything from a PDF document, you can do that. So I'm going to choose the item to preview. I'm going to choose myself from the item list. And we can see that it's got my interest. So interior design, music production. I did lie on my CV. I don't really cook, but I think we all have to, you know, lie a little bit. A little white lie here and there is not too bad. So then we can see that we have all that information, which is super useful. So I'm going to show you guys how to set it up where you can import all the information without having to go one by one into your columns. So it's done through one automation. So I'm going to show you what that is. So you can trigger this. It doesn't have to be when like a new item is created. You could set it where if you change the status column, then all the information comes in from the files column, or you could use a button. But right now I'm just going to do when an item is created, for example. So when an item is created, then you just want to type extract. And here we go. This is the automation. Okay, so extract information with AI. So based on these instructions, so you will click on this and you will give it the instructions that it needs. And so you can select the column that you have. So if you want the information to go to multiple columns, you just create a couple of these in a row. So you can say, you know, extract the address. I want to extract more than that. And you just click the plus icon. And then like just do it as many times as you need. So if there's multiple columns, just use extract information again. Choose a different column. You might want to get all the information into email and then tell it what you want. So yeah, that's how it works. It's really surprisingly simple to use and really powerful. And keep in mind that it doesn't have to be something like a CV. If you are dealing with any text-based PDFs and you want to get information in easier, this is how you do it. And again, if you need, you know, more instruction on this, let me know and we can go through it together. The next thing I want to show you guys is categorization with AI. Right? So I have a little board here that I've set up. Now this is really just feedback that I'm getting from, say, an event I've hosted. And some feedback, like some people like to write essays on feedback forms, you know, and it's like 2 pages worth of stuff. And sometimes it could be valuable, but if you've lots of different feedback forms coming in, it can get really overwhelming. So I'm going to show you guys how you can use AI to read that information and then categorize it into what you want to see. So this is actually a pre-built template. You can check it out yourself. So if you click the plus icon and go to board and start with template, you guys will see an option for AI powered templates on the left. So I'm going to show you guys how this works. So people have been filling in a form and it's been coming in here. So we can see Madison took the summer camp program. She's given it, you know, a certain amount of stars and it's kind of giving us kind of a bit of an essay on how she found it, which is fine. But we have one column here that, first of all, you can translate stuff into any particular language. There's many different languages that you can use. So if people do not speak English and they want to fill out the form in their own language, that's completely fine. You can use AI to translate into English. So here we can see the original languages and they've been translated to English. And so has their suggested improvements. So this is everything that that whoever's attended the event filled in themselves. But this is a suggested improvements category. So this is an AI column. So if we just check out the settings here, we can see. So we can choose the AI action, so which is categorize, and we can choose the text column that we want to categorize. So this is the one that we want to categorize, and then it will just spit out the results in there. You could also give it additional instructions. So this just gives you an example for an IT ticket categorizer. You can categorize the tickets by type, which is really cool. But you can see it's read Madison's feedback and it's giving you suggested improvements in different categories. So you can see it at a glance. And it will also give you a summary. So it will give you like a TLDR of their feedback. And we can also see AI has categorized the sentiment into positive, neutral, or negative. And what's amazing too, it can craft a reply based on their feedback, and you can click a button and send them an email, which is amazing. So we can see AI has crafted this email. Says, Dear Madison Doyle, thank you for your feedback. We appreciate your input. And it will take the information and customize the response to that person, which I think is like so cool. So we can see the prompts. Yes, we can see the prompt in here. So if you just check what the prompt is. So we chose that we want the AI to do custom action, and this is what we asked AI to insert. So we just said, please write an email, which could be sent by the organization to the person who wrote all of these pieces of feedback. You should thank them, and you should express a desire to improve in the areas the person wasn't satisfied. And then you should consider all the following. So person's name. So then you would use, you have a variable that you can select. So it will automatically use their name, the intervention they took with us, which program did you take. So you can automatically fill in like a lot of the information in your reply. And there's the results. So,
Amazing.
I mean, again, yeah, you don't even have to really think. You can always go in there and craft your email afterwards if there's some things that you think the email could do with, and then you can send it. But it's going to save you so much time. So it's really, really cool.
Yeah.
I had an example. I was going to give you like a working demo example, but we're so short on time. So I'm gonna skip that for now. But I'm also going to just show you guys that you can use similar stuff in something like AI-powered tickets or like IT ticketing. So we can see we have some requests coming here. Now, I touched on this in a previous mug, but you can see here the IT requests. It's translated us into English, and it's set the urgency, it's set the request type automatically, and it's set the category. So again, like it's so good, so handy. So any questions you have on that at all, let me know, and we can go through it in more detail. But I just finally want to touch on the sequences feature that we have in the Monday CRM. So if you guys are on the CRM product, we now finally have email sequencing, which I personally have been waiting for a long time. And so I'm going to show you guys quickly how you can just set up an email sequence. And it's super easy, and I love the layout. I think Monday made it really easy to set these up. I didn't even have to like go on to like a support page to figure out how to do it. So you can see here we have our contacts. And obviously when you're dealing with contacts, setting up sequences is like essential for success and knowing, you know, if the person has read the email, when to follow up, all that stuff. So you can take your customer on a journey. And so I'm going to show you how you can do that. So you can do it from two different places. You can see now we have sequences up here, or we have it here also. So I'm going to show you how we can set up a sequence. So I'll create a new sequence. We'll say maybe a sequence, we want to set up a sequence for a brand new customer. And it's going to ask you to select the contacts board that you want to, like, you know, get the customer information from. So I'll just select contacts here. And it's going to give you a few different steps. Now, the one most of us will probably use is automatic email, because it's nice to just get this all done automatically and not have to send your emails manually. So you've automatic email. You have the option for manual email, where it will create a task inside your emails and activities widget, so you can get a reminder before sending the sequence out. And you can create a custom emails and activities task and get a reminder notification, or you can set up a call task. So it doesn't have to be completely automatic. So I'm going to set up automatic email. You can automatically, you know, you can auto-populate the person's name. Again, you can automatically fill multiple different things here. And on this side, we can choose our day. So we want our day one email, and we're probably going to want to send a follow-up email after this. So I'm going to save that, and I'm going to add a step. And let's say we want to send this like 7 days after we send the original email. We'll use this, click day 7. and then the subject will be something like reminder, insert the person's name, whatever your email is. And that's it. You have your sequence set up. So I'm going to show you some of the options you have in your sequence. So you can send your emails as a particular person that's already in your Monday account. So I could, if Amy had more contacts and she's more popular with everyone, which she is, we can send it out from Amy's email and they will see that it's come from Amy. And it will ask you to map your email and phone number. And then there's also some really nice removal rules. So you can remove the contact from the sequence if they reply. And you can remove them if they open the email, or remove the contact if their email bounces, which is super handy. And you can also set the time zone and the dates and when you want your emails to be sent out. So maybe you don't want to be bugging the customer on a weekend, just unselect Saturday and Sunday. And then it can notify you in the people column, when the person has read one of your emails, for example. And that's pretty much it. Then you go to people here, and then this is where you will select the different people from your board. And so it's taking a little while to load here, but everyone in your contacts will show here. Then you will just select them and click send sequence, and they'll be enrolled in the sequence. Or you can do it from the contacts board, select your contact and click add to sequence, and they'll be enrolled in that sequence. So yeah, that's sequences. I think we want to kind of wrap it up now because we're really short on time. So I think, Amy, you have some new features.
I do have some new release features actually that I will just pop on. I just think that there was one or two that from the admin section that had kind of caught my eye. There's obviously loads every single month, which is great. And if anybody wants to join or anybody wants us to jump on a call and go through the features in more detail, that's no problem. Can you see my screen okay?
Yeah.
Perfect. So there was just one of the ones from 1 second now. So under your admin section, which you'll find over here to the top right, you have to obviously be an admin user enabled to be able to get these. So there's just more permissions going on to each account. And one of the first ones that I thought was quite good was regarding the apps. So managing the apps as the third-party apps on a large account can be quite challenging, and it all depends on what restrictions that you already have on the account. So just to address this, there's going to be more visibility in the admin center. So for subscriptions, to simplify app management, so this update will show when they were able to, what the applications is that the person has downloaded, whether it's the free plan, whether it's the subscription plan, whether the trial has ended, whether it's still ongoing. And then of course you have the option then to be able to uninstall it from there as well. So it just gives more access, or more, we'll say, permission for as an admin user. And because because some of the plans are paid for, so just it makes it easier to be able to track and just to manage third-party app expenses really as well. And then another cool thing that I thought was quite good was to be able to see kind of to track more of your users. So there's a new section here where you have your pending invitations, so you can see, because previously you weren't able to have that, so you'd have to kind of go in and type in, see what the user's name was and see if they had actually accepted the invitation. But this actually just shows you here the new pending invitation. So anyone that is pending, you can resend that invitation to them as well. And yeah, just being able to track who's on your account and who isn't. And that's kind of two of the things that I wanted to show you through the application, or through the admin section.
Sweet.
Yes. So was there any other questions that we had then for this?
Check Q&A. I don't see anything in Q&A. So I think we did an okay job at explaining everything.
And I know we've got a few minutes over, but we just wanted to thank everybody for joining the mug. And again, if you have any questions that you have going from today's, feel free to reach out to your CSM and we'd be happy to jump on a call with you.
Well, thanks so much, guys.
Brilliant. Thanks, Claire.
Thank you,
everybody.
both.
Thanks.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.